Okay, just to start off, this guy seems pretty wholesome, honestly, and I actually am going to recommend subbing to him, especially if you need updates on upcoming Bethesda titles. Also, please do not be toxic to him. Okay, so just to start off, I noticed that you're having the black bar issue, and this is a pretty easy fix, and I'm demonstrating it right now on screen. I also noticed some other YouTuber that I have been talking to having this exact same issue, who's also probably watching this video. Yes, I'm talking about you, Prometheus.
King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan. Today we talk about Fallout 76 and the sales figures, which are way down. In fact, they are down over 80% compared to Fallout 4, where they were at this time in its sales patterns. And we look at why. Why would the sales be down? Is it because of the game itself? Or is it because of what's going on inside the community, inside YouTube, and the reviewers? Well, let's dive in and see what's going on with Fallout 76.
So, this isn't a terrible start, and it's actually not that bad. But I don't think you should be really blaming YouTubers for the low sales numbers. The low sales numbers could be probably a factor of the game being put out way too soon and being a buggy mess at launch. Now I'm going to jump ahead to when he starts elaborating on this point about the YouTube community being responsible for the low sales. I hope no one minds that I'm cutting a little bit of the video out.
With that said, that is not the real majority reason for the low sales. That is not the number one reason for the 80%, over 80% lower than Fallout 4. There is a number one reason why this game has such low numbers. And it is because, and it's the same reason why I've been defending this game to a fault. It's because the majority of YouTube has been hammering this game without mercy all the way back, guys, since it was announced.
The big problem I have with this point of people hating on the game before the game was even released is I don't actually really remember this. I only remember people being skeptical. I would recommend, if you make a video similar to this in the future, you show some examples on screen of people doing this.
But yes, I believe 100% that's why the sales figures are down. Let me give you an example. There's a guy that's supposed to be a mainstream, middle-of-the-road, fair reviewer. He has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. This is not a hate or provocative guy at all, and he recorded a video this week that is entitled Fallout 76 is a Nightmare.
Now, the only YouTuber I could think of was the guy that has the Nightmare series. But when I actually went to go look, your video came out before. So I'm very unsure who you're talking about in this video. It would have been helpful if you had shown either a screenshot of the YouTube video or shown the video in your video.
If you make a video trying to defend Fallout 76 or pointing out some of the good things, you get people saying that you're a shield for Bethesda or a fanboy. Don't know how many times I've been called that just by pointing out the facts, and I'm sure I will again for this video.
Okay, so I'm probably going to go test this with a future upcoming video. Next time 76 goes on sale, I'm going to pick it up and upload a video on it.
That's what people are saying. Bethesda's getting what they deserve. Let me tell you real quick what YouTubers might get what they deserve. Bethesda has been really good to its fans and to YouTubers by letting YouTubers use many of their products, like their trailers, free of charge. They can use them copyright free. And we can even make money off of them. Well, I can't, I'm not monetized, but the bigger YouTubers can. They can use the trailers, they can use gameplay, they can use anything that Bethesda has and put their own stuff with it and make money off of it. You can't do that with other game companies like Rockstar. You cannot use 5 seconds of a Rockstar video or a Nintendo video. They will copyright it that quick.
Okay, so just a rule of advice for future videos. Never do something like this in a video, because it kind of sounds like you're calling for people's videos to get copyright claimed. Which, as someone who has had friends get false copyright claims, it's not something you should wish upon anyone on YouTube.
Well, the reviews are also in, some of them anyway, and it got some high 5s and some low 6s, which I think is pretty low.
Those aren't even that bad of scores. For a game that was pretty glitchy at launch, those are pretty glowing reviews when you get right down to it. Like, the impression that those reviews give off from just looking at the score would be that it's a very middle-of-the-road game, which, judging from people that defend the game, that is what Fallout 76 has kind of been. There's nothing wrong with using the entire 10 out of 10 features. If there's 10 numbers, you can use the other numbers.
A guy that I respect a lot, Juicehead, said just today that he thought those reviews were too high. What are you doing, Juicehead? It's things like that that's driving people away. I mean, really? Honestly? Lower than a 5 or a 4?
If that's what he feels after playing the game, that is what he feels after playing the game. It's just his opinion. If he's backed it up with facts and logic, there's no problem to be had with this statement. I also don't know what the statement was, because you didn't show it on screen. That was the end of the video from KingFanMan. I hope, if he is watching, the tips that I did give were helpful.